EA the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Moving into the second round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. And Frank, you can feel the pressure building.
You certainly can, Rich, and I expect that we're going to see more of what we saw yesterday, which is some fearless golf. And these guys are playing for a PGA Tour card, and they're not backing down.
Hole number 11, 558-yard, par 5. Frank, players in attack mode here?
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity.
That's in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, how about this third shot to the par 5-11?
Well, coming from the right side, once again, you have to be exact on the distance because that green now is at the wrong angle.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Another who's who.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. I spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you'd get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance, this is certainly a birdie hole.
Frank, drive down the right side.
Yeah, and it certainly opens up. Now you've got a full view of the flag, and this is birdie time.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one. Chance for back-to-back.
So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that. Not a problem there, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Frank, Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post, but he will, and we will, never forget 14.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. He's made it. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. The 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
It's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You got to buckle up here. Tee it up. This has to be your best swing.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. We are into the third round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. 50 PGA Tour cards up for grabs, dreams about to be made.
It's amazing what's ahead of these young players, Rich. Not just getting through the next 2 rounds, but also trying to suppress perhaps what might be for them next year.
Hole number 6, I really like this hole, Frank. It's fun, par 4.
Yeah, very claustrophobic tee shot, hitting through that chute to the fairway. Starts to open up and then it sort of shrinks in again because of all the palm trees around this green. But very short par 4. So if you're good with a wedge, good chance for 3.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Should be safely on deck.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pop bunkers there. And of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
And from that position, a good chance to get at this hole location at number 7. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Even par currently.
Good birdie right there, moving to 3rd place on the leaderboard. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why, they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is all about plotting your way around. Now the third shot at the ninth.
Yeah, there's a reward for a precise short iron shot in here. If the pin's on the right or the left, precision pays off.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10. All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down.
Good looking shot right here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Settles in over the putt. Starting to pile up the birdies. 5 under par for the tournament. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. It is the final round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the last stop of the Web.com Tour Finals, and what a huge day it is, Frank.
One round will determine whether they graduate from the Web.com or back again here next year. The chance of graduation, though, the richest. Play with the greats of the game, all on play today.
You'll need to catch this solid 190 yards away. Frank, as we watch the Web.com Tour Finals, anyone in particular you think could be a breakout star, someone like a Keegan Bradley who jumped right out onto the PGA Tour and won the PGA Championship in his first ever start in a major?
Well, this player that I'm looking at right now, yes, and I mean you out there. Look at that. A prodigy since the age of 2. A lot of people in the golf world have just been waiting for you to finally get to this point. And, well, time for me to watch, time for you to play.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Do that.
Frank, the 14th hole. A lot has happened here over the years.
I think it's the litmus test on the back nine. That's where things really start to heat up. It looks like a straightforward tee shot, but often the eyes wander to that water down the left side. And, of course, if you think about that, you invariably fire the ball towards the right, where those hillocks and thick rough is, and virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and 2.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side. Oh, this is right at it.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. Gives you a better entry into this green.
That's in the fairway. Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at this second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie. But if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up, and there's two little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
That one is in the bunker. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. In the hole and a birdie. Frank, it's the moment that makes it tough, isn't that right?
Yeah, you've made that walk from 16 green. It's 80 yards to the tee here. So as you walk along, and if your eyes venture to the right, you see it all in front of you. You see the crowd behind, and you realize this is the shortest par 3 on the golf course. But you also, if you think a little too hard, everything that you've seen over the years flashes through your mind.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting. Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
Always want that last drive of the day to be a good one, and they've done it. That is excellent. Frank, you can feel it. The pressure has intensified, and not surprisingly, because there's so much at stake here in the Web.com Tour Finals.
They're all trying to claim one of those golden tickets, Rich, and we knew that 25 of these players were going to come from the whole season of the Web.com, but the other 25 were going to come from the final series. So we've come down to one round now to fill out the 50 players, and we still don't know who they're going to be.
Frank, just a shade outside 15 feet.
Well, if you're going to be like that, Rich, it's 16 feet to be exact.
To win the Web.com Tour Championship. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. Good effort and good par putt.
Rich, it came down to just a shot or two here or there, but we were treated to some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing. That was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played. Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Out to the sixth hole now where the action is underway. Let's check in on our featured golfer. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot. Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. And getting ready for the putt. So that's a bogey, and now to 1 over par for the tournament. We're at the seventh now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
This is a good-looking shot. Just wearing out the center of the club face. Hasn't missed a shot, hasn't missed a green in regulation all day long. 13 feet away. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. Young star makes his birdie. 555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
And now the second shot here at this par 5.
It's a good pitch. Only in the first cut. Not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Chance for back-to-back.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 9th, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side. But then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
did that not go in?
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. And you're not going to birdie every hole.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11th? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Down the hill from here, Frank probably going to go with 1 club less. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Settles in over the putt.
Oh, it just shaves the edge.
He has this attempt for par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.